Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Again, today we are going to do another math from the chapter number 2 according to your textbook. Especially this math is prepared for both SSC and ACC candidates. So this is a math number 5 from your textbook, especially for the SSC candidates. But for the ACC candidates, I must say that these sorts of maths are also very common in your second chapter, like same pattern and same time. So both of the groups you can use this math to get some idea regarding this chapter. Before reading these options, I think we should move to the options what we have been told to do. First option is calculate the amount of opening capital for James traders. This is our first requirement. And what is our second requirement? Or second requirement, that means this requirement will be given for 2 marks, and for B and C individually there contains 4 marks. Considering the above transaction prove that A equal to L plus OE or E, this source of math we already did earlier. Calculate the amount of owner's equity for James traders. Now we have to focus on our first requirement. What we have been told, determine the total amount of opening capital. How you can identify that it is the opening capital? Opening capital indicates always the beginning month and the beginning date of the transactions. Beginning month and the beginning date of this specific month, and the date also. How? You can see here. James traders have started business on first. You can say first. Basically, what do you mean by beginning or opening capital? Opening most indicate like this: beginning date, beginning month, then year of any year. But if your business starts from like from the 6th month, then it should be considered as the beginning. Mostly cases you can see beginning date of this month and the beginning month and year might be anything. That mostly indicates the beginning or opening capital. Is it clear, sir? Okay. So you can see here, according to our idea, we must say what we are seeing here. On 1st January 2070, with cash taka 1,20,000. As this is stated from the beginning date and the beginning month of this year, so what is our cash amount? Cash amount is, you can see, 1,20,000 taka, and however our furniture 70,000 taka, right? So note down it. What is our cash amount, sir? Our cash amount is 1,20,000 taka, and how about our furniture? Our furniture is like 70,000. We have to now calculate all of them. What is our total amount? 1,90,000 taka. That's what we have been asked for doing. Is it clear, sir? Calculate the amount of opening capital. So what is our total amount of opening capital? 1,90,000 taka. Is it okay, sir? Now we should move to our second requirement. What is our second requirement here? Prove that A equal to L plus OE. Or these questions may be given in another way. How? Show the effects of the transactions on the accounting equation, or prepare a tabular format by using accounting equation. I have already mentioned 3 sorts of questions, but the answer would be like this. Same answer. Now, if we want to solve this math, first of all, we have to figure out our assets names, then liability. Okay, initially we have to figure out what is our account name. You can say open a bank account. That means here we have found 2 account, right? Bank, and how about my cash? Cash will be also reduced. Bank is also element of the current asset. At the same time, cash also indicates the element of the current asset. Goods purchased, taka from Ballard Enterprise, cash paid, check. Now try to get this one. What is the total amount of goods purchased? 45,000 taka. How much we have paid? 20,000 and 15,000. That means in total 35,000. How about left or remaining 15,000 taka? The person to whom we have to pay, the person or organization should be considered as creditor. So here would be get another account name is creditor. That means still we have found two elements of the asset and one element of the liability. Goods sold 80,000 taka and cash 30,000, check 25,000. Okay, fine. In total, we have sold for 80,000 taka. But how much we have received? 30,000 cash and check means bank. There is no accounts name containing like goods or check. Instead of goods, we used to write down purchase account, and instead of check, we used to write down bank account. Is it clear, sir? What is mentioned here? Check, that means we have to use bank account. How much we have exactly received? 55,000 taka. Then remaining amount should be recognized as accounts receivable or debtor. There will be another assets name like debtor or accounts receivable. Both are similar. Is it clear, sir? Account receivable is mostly generated from selling on account. Is it clear? That's why. Remainable enterprise, no owner withdrew from bank advertisement. That means in total, we have got how much asset you can say. First of all, bank, cash, then account receivable, where we have found another. If we consider the assets name, till now we have found only three assets here: bank, cash, and debtor. But you have to consider the fixed assets of the beginning of this day. If anything brought in the beginning of there, and if it is the fixed asset, you should also include there. What is our fixed asset here? Furniture. That means in total how much? Four assets. You can see cash, then bank, then our furniture we have written here. Then how about our debtor means here accounts receivable, sir. Both are similar name. You can use any one of them. How about creditor? Is one is liability. Now another keynote that you need to remember is while writing the owner's equity, please note down anywhere like this format. What are the elements of the equity? You can see here capital plus revenue minus drawing minus expenses. Only the elements of these four or only these four elements would be included in the owner's equity. If owner brought any capital and business gains revenue, in that cases it indicates the increment of the equity. You have to add with this amount. On the other hand, if drawing and expenses is happening to the business, that indicates the reduction of the equity. Is it clear, sir? Okay, so let's get started from our main segment here. Open a bank account in Prime Bank by depositing taka 50,000. Okay, again, if you want to do solve this math, first of all we have to focus on what is exactly happening to my business, what elements are increasing and what elements are mostly decreasing. If we open a bank account, that means my bank account would be increased. So what is the total amount here? Before moving there, I think we have been given another option here, right? Yes, sir. We shouldn't skip the beginning capital. What is our cash here? You can see cash is our total 1,20,000 taka. And how about our furniture here? Furniture is 70,000 taka. Furniture is 70,000 taka. Okay, sir. So what is our total capital? Whatever is brought by the owner, that should be always recognized as a capital. So add all of them. 1,20,000 plus 70,000. What is our total amount here? Like 1,90,000. As you know that capital always indicates the increment of the equity. What does capital indicates? You can say capital plus revenue always indicates the increment of the equity. Is it clear, sir? What is our total amount here? Add all of them. 1,20,000 plus 70,000 in total 1,90,000. Now we have to focus on our the next transactions. Open a bank account in Prime Bank by depositing taka 50,000. First of all, if we open a bank account, what would be my bank situation? That indicates the increased amount of the bank balance, right? So that's why we have to add this column on the side. What is the amount here? 50,000. 50,000, fine. Because of opening this account, how about my cash situation? That indicates the reduction of cash. So now deduct. 1,20,000 minus 50,000 is equal. What is our amount here, sir? Our amount is 70,000. Then 70,000. Then 50,000. Now what is our amount here? 1,90,000. We used to follow the balancing method. So that's why after doing or after enlisting any transactions, we have to always check the amount before equal and after equal. What is our total amount here? On the side of the liability and equity, our total amount is 1,90,000 taka, right? Now add all of them, accumulate all of them. 70,000, 70,000, 1,40,000, and add with 50,000. What is the total amount over 1,90,000 taka, right, sir? Okay, fine. If it is done, then move to the our January 4. What is written here? Good purchase taka 45,000 from Bilal Enterprise. Good purchase taka 45,000 from Bilal Enterprise. Is it clear, sir? Now you can see what is the mentioned here. If any person's or organization's name mentioned here without mentioning cash, that should be recognized as always on credit transactions. So what is my creditor? Because of purchasing goods on account, that always indicates the increment of the creditor, right? That means that indicates the increment of my liability. What is my liability here? Creditor. What is my creditor's amount? You can say here 45,000. Fine, no problem. What I have paid. But if my creditor was 45,000, but I have already paid to him cash 20,000, so that indicates the reduction of the cash. You have purchased goods from Belal, but you have paid to him 20,000. How about check? Check indicates the reduction of the bank. Is it clear, sir? How much? 15,000. That means you have purchased goods for total 45,000 taka, but you have paid 20,000 plus 15,000. What is our total amount here, right, sir? 35,000. How about left 10,000 taka, or how about remaining 10,000 taka? That means we haven't paid him. That should be recognized as always creditor. Till the payment of anything, it should be considered as always creditor. So what is our amount here? In total 45,000 taka from there, but we have paid 20,000, and in total 15,000, right? That means 10,000 left. That should be considered as our creditor. Is it clear, sir? Because we haven't paid him yet. So 70,000 minus 20,000. What is our balance here? 50,000. Here is 70,000. Then 50,000 minus 15,000. What is our amount here? 35,000, right? So accumulate all of them. What is our total amount here? 1,55,000. Okay, fine. This one is done. Now we have to consider also one thing. Whatever we have purchased here, is it clear, sir? Try to get this one purchased. The more you purchase for your business, that should always indicate the increment of the expenses. So what is our total expenses here? 45,000 taka. So drawing an expenses always indicates the reduction of the equity. Now deduct in total 45,000 taka from here. There might arrive a question, how you are doing this math. Try to get this one. Now what is our total amount here? First of all, I have to figure out the total number here. 45,000, then 10,000. Now add all of them. 1,55,000 taka. So 1,20,000, then 35, 1,55,000 taka. How you have found it? Try to get this one. What I have purchased. If I make a journal, it would be like that. Purchase account, debit. Purchase account, debit. What is total amount here? 45,000 taka. Can you see that? Purchases always indicates the expenses. That's why expenses is the element of the owner's equity. That indicates always the reduction of the equity. That's why I have deducted 45,000 taka from the total amount of equity. I think I have got it, sir. Now how about my cash? Because of purchasing these goods, I have to pay him 20,000. At the time I have already paid to him. That means that indicates the reduction of the cash. Cash account credit 20,000. Is it okay, sir? How about my bank? Bank also same things. Bank account credit, reduction of the bank. What is our amount here? 15,000. Now you have to get this point here. I have already purchased goods for 45,000 taka, but I have paid 20,000 cash and 15,000 from bank. How about remaining 10,000 taka? That means I haven't yet paid. The person to whom I have to pay, he is considered as my creditor. So there would be another name, creditor account, credit. What is the amount here? So creditor amount is 10,000. You can see here, purchase is an element of the expenses. Purchase is the element of expenses. Mainly, it is the element of the owner's equity that indicates the reduction of the equity. That's why I have deducted 45,000 from the owner's equity. You can easily find here. How about my cash? Cash also decreased, bank also decreased. That's why from cash and bank account, I have deducted from 20,000 and 15,000. How about left 10,000? The person to whom I have to pay is my creditor, right? That's why I have placed them in this way. If it is okay, now move to the which one? It's okay, sir. January 1, then January 4 is done. Good purchase is done. Now, January 6. Goods sold taka 80,000. Fine. Okay, sir. Try to get this. Man, how much we have sold? Sold 80,000. You can say sales is the element of what? Sales is the element of the equity. The more we sell, the more income would be generated. The more income would be generated in my business. So what is my sold amount is 80,000. 80,000 indicates, you can see, is the element of the equity. That indicates the increment of the equity. What is our amount? 80,000. Fine. Now, how much we have received? Cash. Cash is 30,000 taka. That indicates the increment of my cash. Because by selling goods, I have already sold goods for 80,000 taka, right? That indicates the increment of the equity. Because capital and revenue, the more we sell from my business, the more income would be generated to my business. Is it clear, sir? By providing services or by selling goods, a business organization mostly generates its income. This is a common way. As a teacher, how I earn my money by providing services, because whatever I am doing is totally a part of the service-based business. For manufacturing-based business, there are some business who mostly produce their own goods and sell them to the local market. That means selling goods is the source of their income. Is it clear? So now I think we have got. So 80,000 is the source of income. That's why I have added with the total amount of the equity. But how much I have received here? 30,000 cash and check. Check indicates the increment of the bank. What is amount here? My bank account also increased 25,000. Now try to get this one. How about against the sale? There isn't mentioned anything about our receiving or our remaining amount. By selling goods for 80,000 taka, I have received only 30,000 and 25,000. In total, 55,000 taka. How about remaining 25,000 taka? That means I haven't received yet. The person or organization from whom I am or from whom or which I am going to get, it is recognized as accounts receivable. What is my amount here, sir? 25,000 taka. Still, I haven't got, but I'm sure that I'm going to get it within a certain period of time. The person or organization should be considered as accounts receivable. Now, if we add all of them, what is our total amount here, sir? 80,000, then 70,000, add all of them, then 35, 25, for 60,000. Okay, sir. Now 25,000, now 10,000, 1,25,000. So what is our total amount here? We have to calculate 1,25,000, 1,35,000 taka. Is it okay, sir? What is our total amount here? Oh, I have to add what I'm doing here. Try to get this one, sir. I have to add this figure because I didn't use any bracket mark. Try to get this one, sir. In the absence months, anything might be happened. As I am following the balancing method, that's why I can easily detect here, is this math going to the right direction or in the wrong way? How you can see? Whenever I was trying to calculate from the both side, at the time I have found what was my problem there. That's why I have found here. How you can see? I didn't use any bracket mark, but unfortunately I made a mistake. What? I deducted it with my absent mind. So how can I easily rectify? That's the way. Whenever after doing any transaction or after enlisting any transaction, while I was going to balancing all of them, at the time I have found the differences. Now again I have to add all of them. What is my amount here? 2,25,000, 12, 1. Okay, fine. Now 2,35,000. Now add all of them. 1,50,000. Is it okay? Add 60,000. How much? 2 lakh 10, then 2 lakh 35. That means I have found that till the January 6th, from the outside, my balance is equal. I'm sure about my math that it is going to be solved automatically. How? By following the balancing method. This is the key techniques that you can use here to solve this math automatically. Now move to the January 9. Remaining taka 10,000 paid to Belal Enterprise. Who is Mr. Belal here? You have to figure out here. Belal was my creditor. Belal was my creditor. How much I have paid him? I have already paid him 10,000 taka. That indicates the reduction of cash because as I have already paid to him. How about my liability? Previously, I was liable to my creditor 10,000 taka. Now, as I have already paid him, that indicates the reduction of liability. There is no liability. So, it would be decreased from 80,000 to 70,000. Here is 70,000, then 60,000, then 25,000. Then here 25,000. There is no balance here, 2 lakh 25,000. Now again, it would be similar, 1 lakh 40, 2 lakh, how much? 2 lakh 25,000. Is it okay, sir? How about January 18? Owner withdrew taka 8,000 from cash or bank, from bank for own purpose. Now try to get this one. That means whatever is withdrawn from the business that indicates the reduction of the equity. Again, in short, whatever is brought by the owner to the business that should be recognized as capital. Whenever owner withdraw anything from it, might be good, it might be goods, or it might be it might be any cash amount or whatever, that should be always recognized as the withdrawal amount. You can see drawing. Drawing always indicates the reduction of the equity. So we have to deduct it from the equity. What is our total amount here? 8,000. First one, that's why I have told you to note it down in the before doing this math. It will help you a lot while doing this math. From where he withdrew money? From the bank account, right? What is my bank balance here? 60,000. Now we have to deduct 8,000 from here. Then what is our balance here? 70,000. Then 70,000. Then 52,000. Is it okay, sir? Now 25,000. There is no balance here. 2 lakh 17,000 is my net balance. Okay, I have to calculate all of them. 1 lakh 40, 1 lakh 92, then at 25, what it would be? 1 lakh 2 lakh 70,000. Same amount, right, sir? Advertisement expenses paid taka 8,000. You can see here already mentioned that it's an expenses. So what is the element of the expenses? You can see. We can see the element of the expenses is under the owner's equity. Drawing an expenses always indicates the reduction of the equity. That's why I have to deduct it. What is our total amount here, sir? 8,000 taka. Now deduct it. 8,000. Because of this payment, how about my cash of the business? That would be also reduced. What is our amount here? 8,000. Now deduct it. Okay. Now 62,000 taka, sir. Then 70,000 taka. Then 52,000 taka. Then 25,000. How about is here? 2 lakh 09,000. As there is no balance on the creditor side, it is a nil amount. So what is my amount here? 2 lakh 9,000 here. Now I have to calculate all of them. What is my total amount on the asset side? 62,000 plus 70,000 plus 52,000 and 25,000. 2 lakh 09,000 taka. Whenever you have found that on the both side, on the both side, on the both side, your balance is same, that means your math is right, sir. Is it okay? Now we have to focus on our third number requirement. Calculate the amount of owner's equity of our James traders. Again, I am saying owner's equity means what are the elements of the owner's equity? You can see capital and revenue, then drawing and expenses. These four elements are the part of the owner's equity. That means whenever we have been told to determine the total amount of the owner's equity, at the time we have to write down here like this. Capital plus revenue minus drawing minus expenses. Whenever capital and revenue would be included in the business, we have to add all this amount. From the total amount, we have to deduct drawing and expenses. Only these four elements, regarding these four elements, whatever transaction would be given there, that would be only included in this requirement. So move to our last requirement. Okay, sir. Now try to get this one. What is our opening capital here? Whatever is brought by the owner to the business, that should be always recognized as capital. One lakh 20,000 and 70,000. So what is my total amount here? 1,90,000. Or same math, you can do it in another way. How? What we have found here in the requirement number one, you can see. What is the opening capital here? What is our total opening capital? 1,90,000. Same answer, sir. As you have already figured it out, that's why we shouldn't figure out any times. You can directly put it from there. 1,90,000, right? Now we have to figure out capital and revenue. Again, I am saying what sorts of capital plus revenue minus drawing minus expenses. Only capital and revenue I have to add, and however drawing and expenses should be deducted from our total amount. Try to get this amount. Okay, now open a bank account, prime bank. No, it is not relevant to the any income. Is it relevant to the capital, revenue, drawing or expenses? No. Here both asset increased and decreased. Like if you want to open a bank account, that means bank account debit. As you have already decided to pay amount or open already the bank account, that means bank account debit, cash account credit. So bank and cash both are the elements of the assets. Here only would be included capital and revenue, drawing and expenses. That's why it shouldn't be included here. Goods purchase taka 45,000. Try to get this one. What is my expenses? What is your total expense? Total expense is 45,000. So expense indicates the reduction of the equity. Now deduct it. 45,000 taka, sir. Deduct it. Again, I am saying you don't consider is it a cash amount or on account amount. You have to only consider what is your total expenses. It might be cash, it might be on account, whatever. Is it clear? The total amount should be only included here. Whatever the transaction is going on based on cash or on account, obviously it's a transaction. It's a part of transactions. So the total amount of expenses and income would be only included here. Now 45,000 is an expenses, so deduct it. What is my amount here? 1,45,000 taka. How about the last goods sold cash or goods sold? What is total amount here? 80,000. Add 80,000. You can see revenue. You have to add with the total amount. 2,25,000 taka, sir. Is it clear? Then remaining amount paid to the Ballard Enterprise, that means creditor account debit, cash account credit. There is no relationships with this transaction, with this equation. Skip this one. Owner withdrew 8,000 taka. What is my element of the equation? You can see drawing always indicates the reduction of the equity. What is the reduction amount here? 8,000. Deduct it. So 2,70,000. Is it okay, sir? Then how about advertisement expense? As the expense is already mentioned here, so mention of expenses always indicates the deduction of the equity. You can see minus sign. So deduct it. What is the amount here? So same amount, 8,000. Okay, fine. What is my amount here, sir? 2,09,000. That's the total amount to the equity. Is it clear? Now you can see another surprise. What you have found here, you can see. What is your equity amount? 2,09,000. Obviously, we did the same things. We did the same things but separately, as it is given in the separate way, as a separate requirement. That's why we had to do it. Is it clear, sir? In the elements of the owner's equity, we only use these four elements. Same procedure by following the same method. Just I have done it. Is it clear, sir? I think there is no problem with this math. So thank you so much for this class. Stay healthy and happy. Assalamu alaikum.